and welcome to week 11 of Introduction to Meditation class with Mindful Mountain. I'm glad you're here. This evening, as always, we will discuss last week's card and then this week's card, and we'll practice. This evening, we have learned all of our techniques for the introduction class. Tonight, we're going to practice running the energy, listening in, a few minutes of simple meditation, and finish with Joseph's Coat. Next week, for our final week, we're going to do everything, the whole show. So be sure you come with any questions. We'll have time to discuss. Alrighty, so last week's card, week 10, was about I can't force anyone to do anything. Instead, I will go inside and ask for what I want, mentally sending the other party the golden light of love. So that I talked about it being a shift in our internal state from wanting that other person to behave to allowing them to fulfill your desires. And we get that by asking instead of demanding. And it really is so much more gentle to yourself to not even go to that place of wanting to force somebody to do anything. Because ultimately you can't, right? I talked about that having children, you know that, or working with kids. There is no forcing anybody to do anything, and you will save yourself internal struggle and strife by letting go of that. Similar to using affirmations or positive thinking is just that trust that what I ask for, I know will be. So it's that intention with the certainty that it will happen. And it's that certainty that allows you to let go of the, but I gotta make sure it happens. You have to let that go. Okay, so I will share a slide, just the one slide for the card. And you can make note of it on paper, which is a good thing to do. And then you have it to carry around with you for the week. All right, there is our 11th week card. I will watch for the 5 great enemies in my consciousness and tag them for what they are when they appear. Anger, greed, lust, undue attachment, prideful egoism. It is likely for you that hearing these 5 things bring to mind the 7 deadly sins, right? Oddly call them the 5 great enemies. I don't like calling them enemies. I prefer to recognize them as aspects of being a human. And that it is beneficial for my human growth to recognize them and to examine the effects that they have in my daily living and choose whether to change them or not. So regardless of calling them enemies or characteristics or making them, deciding they need to change or not, these cards aren't asking you to make any changes. These cards are about observing yourself, watching how you think, watching how you react in the world. So this card is asking you to recognize them and jot it down, and then just sit with that. All right. Short and sweet on the slides this evening. Okay. Oops. Wrong screen. There we go. Okay. We have time this evening to practice a nice meditation. So, my legs are crossed at the ankles. I'm sitting cross-legged in my chair. They can be down below you in a standing chair, ankles crossed. Thumb and forefinger together, palm down, thighs or knees. Sitting upright, nice and tall. And a few deep breaths. Settle into your seat. And allow your eyes to drift closed. Imagine exhaling your day. All of the cares of the world will be there in the next hour. Right now, taking time to meditate and practice. I can put those things down. Let's direct our attention to the top of the head in your mindful mountain. As your focus builds here, you're imagining, you're asking for, and you're beginning to recognize and feel golden colored energy building up here. And now let's move this golden ball of light into the forehead, into our willpower. It's behind or inside the forehead. And then we let it release and flow down the face and neck. And then across both your shoulders and down the arms. Into your hands. Leaving it there, returning your attention to the top of the head. More golden light, please. And again, we move it down into willpower in the forehead. And now, sending the energy back through the brain, like a wave just filling the skull. And at the back of the skull, the energy moves down the spine. And we're controlling it, moving through any blockages, making sure it runs freely and smoothly all the way down to the tip of the coccyx. Where we then move through the hips and down both the legs. And then just push that energy from your palms down into your thighs. And it's all still moving down over the knees, calves, through the feet, and out the bottom of the feet, and away. Let it go. We go back to the top of the head. Golden light, please. Imagine it vibrant, glittering like sparkling, bright gold. And we move it into willpower. And then we let it wash down the face, soothing our eyes, relaxing the jaw, over the throat. Feel it dropping your shoulders, moving down the arms. And leave it in your palms. Feel it tingling. And go back to the top of the head. Bright golden light down into willpower. And now sending it back through the brain. I imagine it as a wave with my breath. Inhaling, pulling it back. Exhaling, feeling it wash through. And now we send it down the spine, within the spinal cord, including all the vertebrae, and every nerve in your central nervous system is in your spinal column. That's how the energy can go anywhere it needs to go. And you can just ask that it do so. All the way down, sacrum, coccyx, and continuing through the hips. Feel it through your seat and down each leg. Think about collecting that energy we left in our hands and moving it through the knees and lower legs and down and out through the feet. Goodbye. Always back to the top of the head. If you'd like, you can imagine some pink colored energy mixed in with your gold. Let's move it into willpower. And then let it wash down over the face and neck. It feels like sunshine on your skin. Across the shoulders, down the arms. And leave it in your hands. Top of the head. And one more time into willpower, inside the forehead. And then back through the brain. And again down the spine. All the way down. Continuing through hips, down each leg. And with the energy from our hands, knees, calves, out the feet. Letting it go. It will dissolve away. Attention back to the top of the head. Notice how your body feels in this moment. Next, we'll practice listening in. Hopefully by now you have found the best way to close off the ears, fingers gently over the eyelids, and remember to roll the eyes back a little bit. Let's practice the first time. You can lower your arms, hold that focus. Remember to be listening to see if you can pick up any fainter background sounds. Let's practice a second time. ahead and lower your arms. And we will listen in one more time. Lower your arms. And stay with that quiet focus into simple meditation at the top of the head. I am at ease. centered mantra. Allow your breathing to slow, your exhale to be a little longer. Mantra with your breath. Thoughts will arise and let them pass. I am at ease. The centered stillness that is meditating can be found in the space between breath. To know what it feels like. And build upon that feeling. Before we end our meditation, we'll put on our energetic protection called Joseph's Coat. The colors of the spectrum, layered one on top of the last, from the top of the head. The first color to see, imagine, ask for is red. Imagine a vibrant red at the top of the head. We'll use our breath to inhale and concentrate this red. When we exhale, sunburst, explode, release the color to fountain down around yourself. Each color the same way with the breath. So at the top of the head, a nice bright red. Let's use the breath. Inhale and concentrate it. Exhale. Let it release. Feel it washing down around you. Behind you, a smooth sheet of color underneath you. It seals up under your feet. It's laying right over your aura. Red. Top of the head, next, orange. It's going to lay right over the red. Inhale. Exhale. Release the orange. Washes over you like a waterfall. Sealed up, tucked in. Now, yellow. Yellow like high noon. Top of the head, inhale. Exhale, sunburst. It's like more thick like paint, like a paint bucket. There's no gaps or holes or wrinkles. Smooth sheet of yellow. Now, green. See it in your mind's eye, vibrant and alive. Bright green. Inhale and concentrate it. Exhale, release it. Make sure it gets all the way down so you're completely surrounded in green. Now, blue. Bright blue. Concentrate it. Release it. Good. Next color, indigo. More purple, purple blue. It's a darker color, but should be, alive, bright. Top of the head, use the breath. Exhale. Feel yourself surrounded in indigo. And now, violet, more pink than purple. Okay, top of the head, inhale. Exhale. All the way down under your feet. Violet. Now we do a layer of white, pure white. This is really the color of protection. Top of the head, inhale, concentrate it. Exhale, release, send it down. White. And for our final color, pink or gold or a mixture of pink and gold. Gentle and loving. Top of the head, inhale. Exhale, wash it down. You're now wearing a rainbow, surrounded in the spectrum. Attention is still at the top of the head. Breathe into this coat. Life, love, and your trust that it works. Let's each, in our own way, take a moment to express our gratitudes, always including ourselves. I do this just by mentally bowing to my own image and to each of you. Our attention moves from the top of the head down between the eyes. You may feel like you're coming down, realigning into your physical body. Feel centered and grounded, and come slowly out of meditation.